Hi ladies, it is lovely to be able to talk to you all again. I know it has been a very long time since I've done a video, and I know I said that at the beginning of every single one of my videos, but I thought I would give you an update on how things are going and where life has gotten up to in the last few months. I had to watch my last video because I couldn't even remember what I talked about last time, and I must say it was actually quite emotional for me to even watch it, to see how hard I was taking things towards the end of last year. So this is going to be one of a few updates, I suppose, over the next month or so of how things are going for me and where I've gotten up to. So I do apologize for the length because it has been such a long time since I did a video. So I kind of wanted to give an overall summary of where things have gotten up to in this one, and then I'm going to do another video on some of the other stuff that I've been doing in terms of processing the whole IVF journey. The first thing is that, like I said in my last video, if you can even remember that far back, I couldn't wait for 2015 to actually be over because it was such a tough year. It was actually quite rubbish. If you hear snorting, it's the dogs. They're down here having a... Go away. Yeah, it was just a crazy time, and I was really struggling towards the end of the year, just coping with how 2015 had gone. It was really tough to deal with on many different levels, especially because of how poorly the embryo transfers had gone. So when 2015 ended, I couldn't have been more happy to see the back of 2015, and 2016 was meant to be a year just about loving myself and reconnecting with Myke and just you know, enjoying being a person again, as opposed to like this crazy lady who's trying to get pregnant. However, at the beginning of the year, work had got extremely crazy. We had someone who left on not such good terms, and because we are such a small team, it really impacted our team as a whole. It really, I was really struggling with it because this is the person who actually got me into this position, and it just made it really, really stressful. I don't know how else to describe it. Everything about what had happened over last year was almost like it had made this situation so much harder to deal with, because I wasn't coping from all the failed transfers, and then to have this other kind of thing that I just couldn't believe was so difficult to deal with. So I was getting really depressed again. It was really hard to kind of, I started falling back into kind of depression habits. I was tired all the time. I would come home and I want to go straight to bed. It was pretty crazy, and just having no energy for anything was really tough, and not enjoying being at work, really just struggling to have any energy at home. I was not in a great frame of mind, and like I've said in other videos, I've had depression before, and I don't want to go back there because that's a horrible place to be. And so I decided, no, I want to get a handle on this now before it gets to a really dark place that I don't want to be. So I went to my doctor to get some antidepressants. I called the clinic to find out about, you know, if it's something I can actually be on, and they said that's fine, that, you know, they actually have lots of women who are on antidepressants and things during their treatment, and so I was happy to take antidepressants, and my doctor gave me the one that I'd been on before, because obviously we knew I would be okay with this medicine to just help me through this period of just kind of like a really intense sadness and depression that I was going through. He also said to me that he can, that there is free counselling available with a psychologist that is through the government, and that he'd be really keen to sign me up for doing a few of those sessions. So you get 6 free sessions with a clinical psychologist, and I'm going to talk about that in a separate video on how that all went. But the counselling, in summary, has just been amazing. The antidepressants actually made me really sick. I don't know why I reacted so poorly to them, but I got to the point where I thought I'd actually rather be depressed than feel how sick I was feeling. So I have now come off them completely, and I'm not on them anymore. I was only on them for like a month before I stopped because I was just feeling so disgusting from them. Sorry if I'm looking down, I'm looking at notes that I've taken to make sure I'm covering all my bases. So I'm in a much better headspace now, and that's my phone ringing away. There goes Michael. Thanks, babe. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm in a much better headspace now than I was previously, especially at the end of November. I feel like I've been able to deal a lot with the feelings I've been feeling, the things I've been thinking about myself, and just feeling a lot more comfortable about proceeding with transfers. So I had mentioned in my last video that Mike and I were thinking of going to America, planning a trip there and spending a few weeks just to kind of have something to be excited about. But in Auckland, if you're from New Zealand, you'll know what I'm talking about, but if you're not from New Zealand, house prices in Auckland are absolutely ridiculous. To get a 2-bedroom house in the area that we're living in now costs around $800,000, which is roughly 550,000 American dollars. And I don't know what house prices are like where you are, but that is ridiculous for us, especially with me working in admin, Mike being a teacher. When we don't have exorbitant salaries, we are middle income earners, and $800,000 is just something we cannot afford. So we are now looking at buying elsewhere in New Zealand, moving out of Auckland at some point, maybe towards the end of next year. And being able to own our own home is something that's always been very important to us. So that means that America is now on the back burner. I'm sure it'll be something that we do in the future, maybe a few years from now, but the priority for us right now is to own our own home. So that's kind of a bit of the focus for this year, is getting down a lot of the debt that we've incurred while Mike's been studying, while I've been studying for the first part of our marriage. We just want to try and get ourselves in a better financial position so that when baby comes along, when we eventually get a house, we're in a better state than what we've been in previously. So unfortunately, America is kind of a long-term dream for us, but it's still something that I think we will do in the future. There's a few of you that I would love to come and visit, and we're actually really keen to come and meet some of you guys and hang out and get to see your crib and how you hang and all that kind of thing. So yeah, that'll be something that happens later on in life for us. I think the thing is that the focus for me last year, as I've said, has always been about getting pregnant. That was the focus of last year, and I think I'm in a better headspace because the focus of this year is just being in a healthier position, whether it's body and mind, but also financially. And so we're going to be starting transfers again, and which I'm really excited about. I'm also really nervous about them at the same time. But I feel like I'm in a better position now, mentally, spiritually, everythingly, to deal with the results, whatever they may be. I think I will still be hugely disappointed, as I have been in the past, when the embryo transfers fail. That's just who I am. I get committed to them. I pour my hope into them that they will work, and I will be disappointed either way. Sorry, I won't be disappointed either way. I will be disappointed if it doesn't work again. And I guess, but I just think because of how everything went last year, I'm in a better mindset to know that it's not the end of the journey if it doesn't work. So yeah, I'm excited for this year. I'm excited even though it's like April. We're a quarter of the way through the year already. So far, as stressful as this year has been at the beginning of the year and that kind of thing, I'm in a much better place because I have dealt with a lot of the stuff, a lot of the hurt and pain of last year, and I feel like I'm in a much better position now. So hopefully you will see my face a lot more, that you will hear from me a lot more, because I feel like videos were getting really hard to make. Videos were really hard to film because I didn't want to, it's not that I didn't want to share, that's not the right way of saying it, but I didn't want to have to bring up the feelings that I have been feeling, the tough stuff that I've been going through, and every time I talked about it, it was just this realization again of how crap things had been going. So I feel like I'm in a better space now. You know, the videos were something that was more than just about talking into a camera. It was about reaching out to people who were going through the same thing as what I've been going through, for people to know that they're not alone, that they're not going crazy if they're feeling the things that I've been feeling, and to also for my future kids to be able to see what a crazy lady I was trying to get them into this world. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that there. That's kind of my update one of this, I guess, set of videos that I want to do. But I just wanted to say as well, thank you to all the people who have emailed me, who have messaged me on Facebook and have said, I've been thinking about you, you always pop into my mind, I've been praying for you, how are you guys going? And while I have not always responded straight away because it's just been hard to want to process what I've been going through, I am so thankful for every person who has reached out and said, I'm still thinking about you, I'm still praying for you, I'm still thinking of you, and I still have hope for you. So thank you so much for being those kinds of people in my life that reach out and want to, you know, be there for me. So thank you, and yeah, thanks for everything. See ya.